Hello, and welcome to this World Federation Hemophilia educational video on hemophilia, relationship, and intimacy. My name is Luis Melgar. I am president of Panamanian Foundation of Hemophilia, member of the WFH. I'm joined by two WFH experts. Greg Blamey, who's a physiotherapist working with people with hemophilia in Winnipeg, Canada, and a member of Musculoskeletal Committee. And Frederica Cassis, who is a psychologist working with people with hemophilia in Sao Paulo, Brazil, and member of the Psychosocial Committee. Greg and Frederica are going to help me today to answer some of the questions that you might have about relationship and intimacy and hemophilia. Let's start with a very simple question. Greg and Frederica, what do you think? Can a person with hemophilia date have a boyfriend or a girlfriend just like someone without bleeding disorder?
Of course, Luis. It's part of life to feel interested in other people, to wish to be closer to them in some point of life, to date, and who knows, also to get married.
I agree. The answer is absolutely yes. This is only an example of hemophilia being part of his life. It's not the kind of thing that should define whether or not he can date.
Let's say that someone is dating, they have a girlfriend or a boyfriend, it's okay for them to kiss them. Is there any danger or special consideration to take because they have hemophilia?
Kissing is fine, Luis. It's one of the big moments of two people when they feel attracted to each other, they like very much each other. But it is important to remember that if someone is treating his HIV or hepatitis C or B, to consult first his infectologist or physician.
I would agree with Federica, and the only thing I would add is that it's important to consider oral health as part of your overall physical health. And if you have teeth and gums that are prone to bleeding, the way that we smile, the way that our mouth looks, it affects our self-esteem. It's how we present ourselves to the world. It affects your breath. So having good oral health is something that's really important, I think, when it comes to thinking about kissing.
I would like to ask your advice for a friend of mine on a particular issue. He started to date a new girl recently, and it's the first time that he's going out with a girl seriously. He really likes her, and they seem to be really happy together. But he's worried he doesn't know when he should tell her about his hemophilia. Does he need to tell her right now away, or when is the right time?
Luis, there's no right time to disclose personal health information. It's something that's different for everybody. It's the kind of thing that should happen when their relationship has struck the right balance so that they're both comfortable with that kind of information.
And it seems, Luis, that your friend has been going out for a while now, and you feel that he feels the need to talk and disclose. So, because it's an important part of his life, hemophilia. And so a way to make things easier sometimes is to start asking her a question about hemophilia. Do you know hemophilia? Because we assume that people know a lot of things about hemophilia, but there are a lot of misconceptions. So this would be an opportunity for him to clarify doubts, to tell her about his life, his adherence to treatment, and how he's having a normal and productive life. Another issue concerns when the person has HIV or hepatitis C or B. And I've seen in my patients that the need to disclose happens when the relationship is more serious, deeper. So I think that the question of safety measures...
Yes, I agree, Frederica. It's a very personal decision, but if he knows that the relationship is getting more serious and it's going to be sexual, even taking safe sex precautions like using condoms, this is very important.
And if we think about the other part, the side of the partners in the relationship, I have seen that too. They feel more in love with their partner, the person with hemophilia, when they have realized that he had trusted them with this information. And so with the struggles, with all the treatment experience, so I think really we have to maintain this kind of discussions between people.
What about getting married? My friend, he told me he thinks he might even want to marry this girl. Can a guy with hemophilia get married? Can he think of even having a family, having kids of his own?
Yes, hemophilia shouldn't be an obstacle at all. When we love each other, health issues are part of the relationship. And when we get married, we never know what's going to happen, you know, in terms of health issues or any other aspects of life. Mutual support is so important. So I think that marriage is really a big adventure.
It is an adventure, and I think that when people get married, one of the things they may have discussed is if they're going to have children. And that's a really good time to talk to the comprehensive care team about genetic counseling. It's really important that both of them understand the issues of inheritance around hemophilia. I mean, to put it in a simple way, for a man who has hemophilia, if he has daughters, they will be carriers of the disease, and if he has sons, they'll be free of the disease. But if the woman happens to be a carrier, they need to know that each of the daughters would have a 50% chance of being a carrier, and each of the sons would have a 50% chance of having hemophilia. It can be very complicated to understand, and I think that a genetic counselor can help all of that make sense. And in fact, if anybody has more questions after they watch this video about any of the things that we've been discussing, talking to a member of the comprehensive care team that they feel most comfortable with, a physio or the psychologist or anybody else, is a good thing to do, because that person can either give them the answers or help them find the person that can give them the answers that they need.
Frederica and Greg, I want to thank you for this conversation today. You answered some important questions that I think a lot of people with hemophilia have been wondering about. I hope that you enjoyed this short video. If you have more questions about bleeding disorders, relationship, and intimacy, please let us know. We would love to hear from you.